Hi, so this is a look at King Senwosret III's pyramid at Dahshur. Now, King Senwosret III was the fifth king of the 12th dynasty. He ruled from 1878 BCE to 1841 BCE for around about 37 years. He's known as the Great Soldier. In the Manetho commentaries, he said that Senwosret was the great warrior. He was 4 cubits, 3 palms, and 2 fingers tall. Okay, so cubit was from the elbow up to the tip, so that's 4 times that. So apparently he was somewhere up there. So if you put a double crown on top of him, he would have really stuck out as being a real tall guy, you know? Wow. Well, he chose to build his pyramid at Dahshur, very close to King Senefu's pyramid, the Red Pyramid of the 4th dynasty. So maybe he identified King Senefu as being a great Egyptian king of the past, which is why he decided to build his pyramid there. Well, he built it out of mud bricks, but the burial chamber was made out of red granite and painted with white gypsum. The sarcophagus was red granite. There are numbers of Queen's pyramids there, and some of them are for his daughters. Now, you notice that there were provisions made for royal princesses at El Laron. Well, one of the reasons is Egyptian kings never allowed their daughters to marry anyone because a royal princess could empower a commoner with kingship, and these Egyptian kings didn't want anyone having access to a claim to the royal throne. So when daughters were born, they were swiftly taken off to the harem. However, the kings did make provisions for them to be buried in great burials such as Queen's pyramids and tombs, etc. So they were treated with the utmost respect, but again, they were very dangerous things to have around because they could empower commoners with kingship. It was Jean-Jacques de Morgan who did the excavation for the Metropolitan Museum of Art in 1894 and 1895. Now, in those days, excavating anywhere in the world was really tricky. The logistics of getting people there and supplies and water out in the desert was quite a thing. So well done, Jean. That's for sure. He didn't think that the king was buried in this pyramid because there was no evidence of a burial, no bones or coffins or anything that the robbers had left behind. And he found access to the pyramid through the robbers' tunnel, which you can see on this map. So there you've got the Queen's pyramids, and each one of them have got their own passageways, etc. And the robbers tunnelled from there into the king's burial chamber. So they must have been pretty good miners, the robbers themselves. Jean-Jacques de Morgan thought that maybe the king was buried in the cenote which he built for Osiris at Abydos, which would have been a very clever thing to do because cenotaphs were usually solid structures and nobody would anticipate that there was a royal burial in any kind of cenotaph to whichever god. So it was quite a clever thing to do. You can go and visit the pyramid. What you see is what you get. So you're not going to be able to go into any of those passageways or any of the passageways for the queens. They're all filled in with sand. As far as I know, there is no intention to clear them to make it accessible to the public. But you can wander around Dahshur and South Saqqara, providing got a 4x4. So you could go and see what remains of it. Obviously it suffered with the Tura limestone being removed, but that was probably Ramesses II again. You know, he was a bit of a thief, but there you go. He lived and ruled Egypt for a number of years. So this is really just an information video on the King's Pyramid. Please press the subscribe button. That will help with the ratings, and then I can go to YouTube and ask him for a domain name. Well, thank you for listening. I hope it was informative and useful, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.